musical alphabet. Here we teach our students A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. There's a group of 2 black keys in the middle of the keyboard, and to the left of the group of 2 black keys is middle C. And I know that everybody loves to teach these white keys in a different manner. We also have to think that our student actually doesn't sit in line with middle C. When they're in the middle of the keyboard, they're actually in between middle C and treble G. So let's have their belly buttons be right in the middle of those 2 guide notes. On page 19, students are learning the pattern of C, D, E. Have our students circle the group of 2 black keys and write in C, D, E. And then they're ready for this lovely piece called Graceful Bird. Lift your hands off the keys, wrist first, and put them in your lap. The musicality girl asks, was Graceful Bird steady? Did you play with perfect piano hands? On page 20, here we're reviewing the C, D, E again. And students are learning dynamic markings for the very first time. So let's have them plan the forte and piano before they actually even play the piece. And the musicality girl has 2 things for our students to do so that we're sure that they're listening and they're watching themselves. Now let's take a look at page 21, bar lines. Now the student understands that the bar line is what organizes the music. So in this particular piece, the orchestra, there's another really cute video on the FJH SATP website, and the little beginner student says, I've been working really hard all week to make sure that I hear forte and piano. It's really cute. Trumpets, tap your feet, and a flute, oh what a treat. Listen to the sounds they make, then they'll stop and take a break. On page 22 is the pattern of F, G, A, B. And again, we have our students circle the group of 3 black keys and write F, G, A, B on the keyboard. Wouldn't this be a great piece for students to practice the play, prepare, practice strategy? So have them play with the correct fingering here, and they can be completely silent. Have them prepare those 4 notes, prepare these 4 notes, cross over with the left hand, prepare those notes, and then prepare these. And then we can add in our 3-phased practice strategy. Ready, look, move. Ready, look, move. Ready, look, move. Do that many times until the student feels really comfortable, and then they're ready to play. Butterflies is on page 23. Here is another technical exercise. We're asking our students to play with their 4 little hills, that's what those little squigglies are at the top of the page, and focus on playing without dents for strong fingers. This piece is neat because it does not end on tonic. So the student can memorize their piece just with the right hand, and they can watch for no dents. And then they can play it with the left hand, starting with finger 4. So at this age, students really have a hard time not playing flat finger, right? They can start with their hands in a nice rounded handshake, but as soon as they start to play, they get all flat, right? So there are 2 things that I do. At this age, I'll say to my students, okay, remember your perfect piano hands, and I'll say, I'm going to stop you anywhere in the piece. Stop and check, and we stop and check for a nice hand position. I'll say again, okay, stop and check, and we look down and we say, oh yeah, that's a really good perfect piano hand. Another thing I do is I have them play the piece, and even if they're flat in the middle of the piece, I say, let's go ahead and make sure you have a perfect piano hands. And their hands always grow into that nice hand position. So sooner or later, they'll have a really nice hand position. Finding the white keys is on page 24 and 25. So you know how to teach all these patterns on the piano. I do want to say that Goethe, the great German poet, said, correction does much, but encouragement does more. And that's why I believe wholeheartedly that we need to teach in a joy-filled way so that our students really love what they're doing and love music. So one of my students, oh my goodness, he couldn't remember the names of the white keys for anything. So I decided to make him the teacher and I would be the student. So I said, go ahead and play any white keys that you want to, and I'll tell you immediately what they are. And he said, you can't do that. So he was playing all these different white keys, and at the end he went like this. And I said, oh yeah, you played a B, a C, and an A and a B. And we laughed, and he said, how did you know? And I said, because I know my white keys. And so of course that next week was the week where he learned all the names of the white keys. So we are ready for Unit 5, but I'd like to share with you a few things in the theory book as well as the recital book.